Hey everyone, I'm Paul Turchinets, software engineer and packages tech lead at Cycle Labs. I'm excited to announce the release of Cycle 2.22. The biggest new feature in this release is our new WebDriver step plugin. We also improved aspects of the report dashboard and fixed a bunch of bugs. Let's dig into these new features. The WebDriver step plugin represents the next evolution of Cycle's web steps. It is also our first major plugin to implement the official SEP plugin architecture we released back in Cycle 2.20. All the existing web steps will work the same way, but under the hood, they'll run much more efficiently. Based on performance benchmarks, we've seen web tests run about 25% faster with the new WebDriver step plugin in Cycle 2.22 than with the old steps in Cycle 2.21. The plugin also includes new web steps for browser alerts, element attributes, and element properties. So what do you have to do to use the new WebDriver step plugin? In most cases, you shouldn't need to do anything more than simply update Cycle to version 2.22 and open your Cycle project in the Desktop IDE. The plugin comes bundled with Cycle, and Cycle will use it by default. The web steps should all have the same text as the old steps, so web steps shouldn't need any code updates. The plugin does require a few new project settings, so you need to open up your project in the Desktop IDE so Cycle can automatically update them. Do this before attempting to run any tests either locally or in your CI pipelines. If necessary, you can change settings like the global timeout for web interactions or the element finder strategy. The Cycle user manual documents all the execution settings for you to fine-tune your test runs. Please note that the new WebDriver plugin does not support web steps that have been marked as deprecated. It also does not support any of the image matching steps. If your tests happen to use any of those old deprecated web steps, then you'll need to update your test code to replace them with supported steps. Cycle Knowledge Base will have an article listing all the deprecated web steps that have been removed. In the worst case, if you still need to use these web steps for a short while, you can fall back to using the old web step implementations. Just follow the steps in the Cycle user manual. Finally, we also recommend updating your browser versions and WebDriver executable versions. The WebDriver step plugin uses the latest version of Selenium, so you use this opportunity to update your environment. For example, if you use Chrome for testing, update Chrome and Chrome driver on your test execution machines. The report dashboard also has new features. First, the scenario trace now has syntax highlighting. Look at all those pretty colors. It makes it easier to read the trace as if it were a feature file. Second, when running group tests, the report dashboard now clearly indicates when a worker restarted. During large-scale executions, workers are inevitably prone to stop and then restart. So seeing where this happens in the trace and separating traces across restarts makes it easier for testers to understand test results and troubleshoot if necessary. In addition to these new features, we included several critical bug fixes. Most notably, we fixed email summary reports, as well as a slew of other usability issues in the user management app. Please check the release notes for full details. We must make one important announcement regarding deprecated steps. In our next release, Cycle 2.23, we plan to remove all CycleScript steps that are currently marked as deprecated. They will no longer be available. If your tests still use any of those old deprecated steps, please take the time to replace them with supported steps. Cycle 2.22 is another major milestone you'll want to check out. Please let us know what you think. If you have any trouble with the WebDriver plugin, report dashboard, or anything else, don't hesitate to reach out to us here at Cycle Labs. We will be delighted to help you. Thanks.